Assalamu alaikum students. Lesson number 2 of our English book is The Man Who Tried to Please Everybody. It's a story from Aesop. Aesop lived in Greece many hundreds of years ago. Greece is called Yunnan in Urdu. Aesop used to live there and he was the servant of a rich man. He was clever at making up stories and telling them to his friends. Everybody liked hearing the stories he told. Mothers and fathers told them to their children. Travelers heard the stories in Greece and told them in other countries. In this way, Aesop became famous all over the world, and his stories are still told today. Here is one of them, The Man Who Tried to Please Everybody. One fine morning, a farmer went to town to sell his donkey. His son went with him. The farmer led the donkey and his son walked beside him. Led is the past form of lead. They sang as they walked along. The farmer and his son passed some girls on the road. The girls began to laugh at them. "What is wrong with your donkey?" asked the girls. "Nothing," replied the farmer. Reply means to answer. "I'm going to sell him in town for a lot of money." "You are silly to walk all the way," said the girls. "Let your little boy ride." The farmer wanted to please the girls. Please means to make someone happy. He lifted his son onto the donkey and walked on beside them. Farther along the road, the farmer and his son met an old man. The old man shook his stick at the boy. "What a selfish boy you are." Selfish means the one who cares for himself or who thinks about himself. He cried, "Riding the donkey while your poor father walks." To please the old man, the farmer lifted down his son and got on the donkey himself. As they went on their way, the farmer and his son met some women and children. One of the women pointed to the farmer. "Look at that lazy man," she said. "He rides the donkey and makes his poor little boy walk." To please the woman, the farmer helped his son to get up behind him. The farmer and his son rode along together on the donkey. Rode is the past form of ride. They passed some men. "Is that your donkey?" the man asked. "You will kill him if you make him carry a heavy man and a boy. Why don't you carry the poor donkey?" The farmer wanted to please the men. He and his son got off the donkey. They tied his legs together and slung him on a pole. Slung is the past form of sling, and sling means to hang something on a rope. The poor donkey struggled and kicked. The farmer and his son put the ends of the pole on their shoulders. They walked into the town carrying the donkey. The people in the town laughed to see a man and a boy carrying a struggling donkey. They ran along beside the farmer and his son, laughing and shouting. The poor donkey was frightened. Frightened means afraid. The farmer and his son were tired and hot. They put down the donkey. The beast kicked himself free and galloped away. Galloped is the past form of gallop, which means to run at a very fast speed. He fell into the river and was drowned. Drown means sink down in water. The farmer went home sadly. "I tried to please everybody," he said to his son, "but I have pleased nobody, and I have lost my donkey." So, students, the moral of the story is that it is very difficult for a person to make others happy, to make all the people happy at the same time, because if he tries to make someone happy, the other person gets angry with him, or if he tries to make anyone agree with you, the other person disagrees at that time. So it is difficult for a person to please all. Next is the comprehension and vocabulary exercise. Exercise A is write in the missing words. They can be found in the passage. After reading the passage, you will be able to fill in the blanks. Like number one, the farmer dashed the donkey. The farmer led the donkey, and his son dashed beside him, walked beside him. As they walked along, they dashed a song, sang a song. Number two, the girls began to laugh at the farmer and asked what was wrong with the donkey. Likewise, you will fill in all the blanks in your books, and you will send photo of that page. Exercise B is to write the answers to these questions. You will find the answers in the stories. Use complete sentences. Question number one is, what did the farmer do to please the girl? The farmer lifted his son onto the donkey to please the girls and walked beside them. Question number two, what did the farmer do to please the old man? The farmer lifted his son down and got on the donkey himself to please the old man. Question number three, what did the farmer do to please the woman? The farmer helped his son to get up on the donkey behind him to please the woman. Question number four, why did the farmer and his son get off the donkey? The farmer and his son got off the donkey to please the men. What did the donkey do when they slung him on a pole? The donkey struggled and kicked when they slung him on a pole. Question number six is, what did the donkey do after he galloped away? The donkey fell into the river and drowned after he galloped away. These are the questions that you will do in your copies. Next is oral exercises. There are table 1 and table 2 in which you have been given the use of adjectives. This book is new. In this sentence, new is adjective. This school is big. Big is adjective. This ball is small. Small is adjective. That ball is not old. Old is adjective. That shop is not enormous. Enormous is adjective. In table 2, you have been told to use adjectives before nouns. Like this is a big book. A big is a noun, is an adjective which has been used before the noun book. This is a new school. A new is adjective. This is a small ball. A small is adjective. That is not an old house, and that is not an enormous shop. Old and enormous are adjectives. So you can use adjectives before noun, and you can use them at the end of the sentence also. In written exercises, you have to use adjectives. So you will make questions first and then you will answer them. Example is given, like, is this river wide or narrow? This river is narrow. Is that tree large or small? That is a large tree. So likewise, you have been given options and pictures also. So you will first make a question and then you will answer it. For example, in first picture, there is a picture of book, and the words or adjectives given are thick, thin, light, heavy. So first you will make a question like, is this book thick or thin? The answer is, this is a thin book, or this book is thin. You can answer in any of these two ways. Next question that you can make is this book light or heavy? And the answer is, this book is heavy, or this is a heavy book. In picture number 2, uh, you have been given the options of adjectives: strong, weak, full, and empty. So question number 1 will be, is this man strong or weak? This is a strong man, is the answer. And question number 2 will be, is this bucket full or empty? And the answer is, this bucket is full, or this is a full bucket. I think this bucket is full is correct, or most appropriate. In third picture, options are happy, miserable, clever, and clumsy. So first question will be, is this man happy? And the answer, happy or miserable? And the answer is, this man is happy. Question number 2 will be, is this man clever or clumsy? The answer is, this man is clever. You can do this exercise in your books. In composition, take out everything in your pockets, write one sentence describing each object. For example, this is a very old wallet. You can do this activity with your bags. You can open your bag and take out all the things and write one sentence about each thing, like this is an English copy, or this is an English book, or this is a pencil box. Like, you can write many sentences about your bags. Next exercise is useful words and phrases, in which you will learn to know colors, the use of colors. What color is this book? It is orange and green. You will not write the color of this book is orange, or the uh, this book is, this book is or of orange color. No. You can simply write it is orange and green. My shoes are brown. What color are your shoes? My shoes are brown too. Are Hamida's shoes brown or black? They are brown. What is the color of the blackboard? It is black, of course. So in exercises, exercise A is write in the colors. My hair is black or brown. My shirt or blouse is blue. My shoes are black. My eyes are black or brown. The ceiling is white. The sky is blue. My pen is yellow. My lips are pink. Grass is green. If you mix blue paint with yellow paint, you will get green paint. When it rains, the sky becomes gray. And the skin of an orange is orange. When the sun goes down, the sky becomes black. You will do this exercise in your books. And exercise B is, ask your neighbor 10 questions about the color of things you can see. Write meanings of these words and use them in sentences. The words are selfish, please, struggled, slung, galloped, beast, and drowned. I have told you the meanings of these words, so you can consult the dictionary also, and then make sentences of these words. You will do this work in your copies, and send all the written work to me so that I can check it. And the email address is cdsschool06@gmail.com. Thank you.